To commence this final quarter here this afternoon, where we see Anakie Lara enjoying a 6-goal advantage. 20 minutes of football, Paul, and premiership at the end of it.
Be a big effort for Eastern Suburbs come out of here.
A gigantic effort, is that right? The bounce of the ball in the centre to start this final quarter, and up they go. Rundle in there for Eastern Suburbs, but Hazelton taps the ball down. Kicked forward by Eastern Suburbs, trying to pick the ball up. Whitcomb comes through, desperately kicks the ball off the ground. Out towards the wing he goes. He picks it up. He's got no one to hand it to. Bad luck, mate. He gets the ball out. Eastern Suburbs kick it forward, standing on the 50-metre mark line and taking a mark all on his own is number 39 in Finley. Good desperate play there by Whitcomb to get that ball across, and he got it. He looked up for someone to handball and does it, and no one there. Finley kicks the ball down. Big Stevenson uses his body and has taken a mark no more than 10 metres out directly in front. Well, this goal might liven Eastern Suburbs up, Paul, and you never know. Stevenson waltzes in, puts ball to boot, brings up his second goal for the afternoon, and Eastern Suburbs second. We see Anakie Lara now, 7 goals, 6:48. Eastern Suburbs 2 goals, 6:18, and that goal come up at the 1 minute mark of the final quarter. But I don't think Anakie Lara would want to relax here this afternoon, Paul.
No, it's a long way to make up. Football's a funny game, and it's not impossible.
Right,
long way home.
Yes, it is. Right, the ball back in the centre now. We have Rundle in there for Eastern Suburbs. Big Hazelton is still in there for Anakie Lara. Nice bounce in the centre. Up they go. Hazelton thumps it down. He thumps it forward again. The ball comes wide. Tap forward here nicely by Anakie Lara. Run through here. Good play by Green. Kicks the ball down towards the forward line. Over the back of the pack of the players. It goes close to the boundary line. Over and out. And we'll have a throw in about 10 metres around from the behind post.
Crowd building up. Barry?
Yes, good crowd here for the final quarter of this game here today. The boundary line throw in over the back of the pack. Rundle gets the tap down. Eastern Suburbs handball it out through the agency of Cuss. Picked up here for them by O'Leary. Runs round the boundary line. He kicks wide though. A bad kick, yes. He hangs his head in shame down there on the half-back line, and the free kick goes to the Anakie Lara side to be taken by Kane McLeod. Right, McLeod now. Umpire's being very particular at the moment. Right, McLeod comes in, thumps the ball, kicks it in towards centre half forward. Oh, he spoiled his teammate there, Nicol did, but he runs onto the ball, Nichols. Turns around, kicks the ball over the shoulder, but a nice mark taken in defence for Eastern Suburbs by Cust. Cust now comes out towards the centre wing. Up they go. Whitcomb 1 against 3 here, does well. He's still in there, Whitcomb, picks the ball up, runs through the pack there, kicks the ball down towards the half-forward line. Here's a go now. Big Stevenson, he's lumbers after the ball. He can't pick it up. Good defensive play by Anakie Lara. Sees the ball go wide out towards the half-back line. He's still trying out there, the Anakie Lara player, and that was number 8 in Rees. But the ball comes down towards Big Stevenson again. Trapped here by Anakie Lara. Quick handball to a teammate who kicks the ball wide out towards the 50-metre line. Players running for the ball here. Good shepherding there, but nice play coming through here for Anakie Lara, trying to trap this ball as Graham. But it's picked up and kicked forward for Eastern Suburbs by Vag. Coming across as Downs, traps the ball, kicks the ball down towards the wing. It's all Eastern Suburbs here. Eastern Suburbs kick the ball inboard by Ingenberg. Up they fly, and a nice mark taken there for them by Lee Troop. Troop right on the 50-metre mark. He's got the player down in the pocket he didn't see all on his own. Kicks the ball down looking for the full forward. He's in front here. Up they go. Thumped away from him by the Anakie Lara defence. They kick the ball back towards the 50-metre line, but a nice mark taken by Rundle for Eastern Suburbs. Been a man of many possessions here this afternoon, or a boy of many positions here this afternoon, Rundle. They've had him on the back line, the forward line, now they've got him on the ball. Rundle comes in, kicks towards the 10-yard square. Out they come, pushing and shoving down there. Anakie Lara defence desperately trying to come forward out of there again. The ball's on the ground. Scrambly play at the moment. Out it's flipped by the Anakie side. Truant in there, can't pick it up. Eastern Suburbs just as desperate. The umpire will move in and ball it up, and we've been playing 4.5 minutes into the final quarter here, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Right, the bounce of the ball, up they go. Hazelton taps it down. Good roving by Troon. Sees the ball come out where it's Stone gets a quick kick down towards the centre wing, and a nice mark taken down there by Wilcox. Wilcox now plays on. A high kick, Downs is underneath it. He took his eye off it at the last minute. The handball there tries to come out towards Downs. Nice handball forward there by Robinson. Run on here and a quick kick forward by Wilcox. Sees the ball go down towards where onto the ball and a quick kick for goal, but unfortunately it must have scraped the post, or it just went the wrong side by Jason McDonald there for the Anakie Lara side. Takes him to 7 goals, 7.49. Eastern Suburbs 2.6.48. And that is at the 5.5 minute mark of the final quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Production. Eastern Suburbs bring the ball back in from the full back line. Trapped here for Eastern Suburbs by Troop, but his handball was rushed across the line and will have a throw in. Right, the boundary umpire with the ball now. Throws the ball in. Whitcomb over the back for Eastern Suburbs. Had no help there, and he thumps the ball straight across the line and will have another throw in. Right, bit of pushing and shoving in the ruck there. The ball's thrown in, up they go. Over the top goes McLeod for Anakie Lara. Taps the ball forward when Nickel couldn't take control. He's in there fighting for the ball. So is Rundle. Rundle gets a handball out to a teammate with a scrambly kick down towards centre half back. Thumped forward by the Anakie half forward line. Picked up here by McLeod is it for Anakie Lara. Kicks the ball wide, too wide, and over the line and out of bounds. And a free kick down there in the forward pocket to be taken for Eastern Suburbs, back pocket rather, for Eastern Suburbs by Sam Cust. Cuss now kicks the ball back towards the 50-metre line. Mark not paid there to number 15 in Robinson for the Anakie side, but they bottle the ball up on the 50-metre line and will have a ball up. Anakie Lara player down there, cramps, is it? No. Looks as though they want to change. Right, the bounce of the ball. Rundle taps it down. Whitcomb controls the ball. Runs towards the boundary line. Picked up here by Truan. Handballs to a teammate who's grabbed very high there by Whitcomb. And this is Big Hazelton. And he will go back and take this free kick right on the 50-metre line. Right, Hazelton now, lovely kick of the ball right towards the 10-yard square. Players set themselves in a nice mark taken down there for Eastern Suburbs by Carl Ingenberg. Ingenberg in the last line of defence, plays on now, kicks the ball back towards the 50-metre line, but Big McLeod's in there again and has taken another mark right on the 50-metre line. Plays on quickly, tries to run around two players, scrambles the ball forward, kicked off the ground there by Hazelton. Tried to be a little bit too flashy there, McLeod. Picked up for Eastern Suburbs, and the handball sees Jacobs kick the ball down towards the half-forward line. Over the back of the pack, they couldn't take it. Going across the back of the pack there was Hooper for Anakie Lara. Picked up for Anakie Lara by Rees. Kicks the ball round towards the wing. It's all Eastern Suburbs. Big Jacobs comes through. Kicks the ball towards centre half forward. But in the half back line is Graham. Graham thumps the ball back to over the centre. Big McLeod there. He couldn't take the mark. Runs onto the ball now, but it's Eastern Suburbs. A handball to Whitcomb on the run. Whitcomb with a long handball down towards the half-forward flank to a teammate there who runs back into trouble. A scrambly kick forward there by Troop. Sees the ball come out through Anakie Lara defence. They kick the ball back towards the centre, and the big fella again. He played on, caught with the ball, trying to be a little bit too fancy here is young McLeod. That's the second time he's mucked it up for the Anakie Lara side. The kick down by Eastern Suburbs, down towards their half-forward line, but coming across the back of the pack there. Nice play by Anakie Lara through the agency of Greaves, and he will receive the free kick. Greaves now kicks the ball down towards the centre, where we see a juggling attempt to a mark there for Anakie Lara, but Stone kicks the ball forward, where we see players coming across now. Good play by Eastern Suburbs in defence, pushing this ball forward down towards the wing. He's got three opponents out there. He's still in there trying. Good play by that Eastern Suburbs player when he picks himself up. It was number 12 in Richard Zumback. very determined there that he wasn't going to give that ball up without a fight. The bounce of the ball right on the chook here this afternoon, and we see Hazelden in there for Anakie. Picked up in a quick kick forward by Jolly for the Anakie side. Sees the ball go down where it's picked up by Ingenberg. His kick comes back in, but unfortunately he was over the line when he kicked it, and will have a throw in. Right, the boundary umpire with the ball at the 9.5 minute marker. This is the final quarter. Up they go, dragged out the ruck by Rundle. Handballs into where a teammate having trouble picking this ball up. Jacobs is in there for Eastern Suburbs. It comes out where it's picked up nicely for Anakie Lara by Wilcox. Kicks the ball out where we see a nice mark taken by Jamie Nicol on the 50-metre line for the Anakie Lara side. He's kicked down towards the full forward line. Players set themselves there, and a nice mark in defence for Eastern Suburbs taken by Brett Ingenberg. Ingenberg now kicks the ball out to the half forward line. Half-hearted attempt to take a mark by McCallum out there. It was not successful. Anakie Lara through Nicol kicked the ball down, and a nice mark taken about 45 metres out for Anakie Lara. He chips the ball back in towards centre half forward where we see Matt Truan all alone. He chips the ball looking for a teammate down there and has found the big boy in Kane McLeod. Well, I hope he steadies this time. He's had 2 marks and muffed it up the last couple of times. Now he's within kicking distance. We see what he can do here. As an interchange being made here for their Anakie Lara, coming onto the ground is Ryan Stone in a moment. But Eastern Suburbs, a kick by McLeod has gone right through the centre, and that brings up McLeod's second goal here for the afternoon. Anakie Lara now go to 8 goals 7, 55. Eastern Suburbs 2 goals 6, 18, and that came up at the 11-minute mark of the final quarter. The guest video production final quarter. Coming off the ground for Anakie Lara was James Durnham. Going on was Stone. For Eastern Suburbs, going on to the ground was Michael Gamble, and I didn't catch who came off. Right, the ball back in the centre at the 11.5 minute marker. This is the final quarter. Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre. Another good bounce. Up they go. Rundle taps it down. He's got no one there. Picked up by McLeod again for Anakie Lara, but he threw it one-handed. Picked up by the umpire, and the free kick to be taken for Eastern Suburbs by Mick O'Leary. O'Leary in the centre of the ground kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Players set themselves. Stevenson given a bit of a nudge there. Once the ball hits the ground, he's a little bit big and bulky and he can't trap it. Picked up here in defence and a handball over the top by Anakie Lara. Good play by Graham. Kicks the ball down towards the half forward line, but coming across taking a nice mark is Ingenberg again. Ingenberg kicks the ball back towards the centre wing. Up they go. Players can't judge it there. Stone tries to get it out for the Anakie Lara side. It comes wide. Tap forward by Anakie Lara and kick forward by Graham again down towards the half-forward line. But no one home again for Anakie Lara. And Ingenberg takes a mark. Has one bounce. Plays on. Runs through half-back towards the centre wing. Kicks the ball down where it's picked up here for Anakie Lara by Rees. Kicks the ball over. Here's Truan all on his own. Has one bounce. Running through centre half forward. Has 2 bounce. A long handball to cross to a teammate who waited for that to come to him. Nicol screws the ball over the shoulder and he's dobbed it. That was good play by the Anakie side there. Yes, 4 points. And very good play there by Anakie. Seen the ball come from the half-back line from Rees to Truan. He had one bounce, a long handball to his teammate down there who screwed the ball over his shoulder and has brought up Anakie Lara's 9th goal. They go to 9 goals 7, 61. Eastern Suburbs 2 goals 6, 18. And that is at the 13-minute mark of the final quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Right, the ball back in the centre. Bounce of the ball, a good bounce. Hazelden thumps the ball forward again for Anakie Lara. McLeod onto it again. He kicks the ball down towards centre half forward. Truan swoops on it, screws the ball down towards the forward pocket, and all on his own down there, taking another mark for the Anakie Lara side is Nicol. Nicol short passes to a leading teammate. Unselfish play there, and a nice mark taken down there for them by Jason McDonald. Young Nicol's played quite well since he's come off the interchange bench here this afternoon. He's added a bit of bite to him down on that forward line. We see Truan at centre half forward in a bit of trouble, but I don't think it'll worry him at the moment. Right, bad kick there by McDonald. A waste of that good play there, and 1 point is the result. And we see Anakie Lara now go to 9 goals 8.62. Eastern Suburbs 2 goals 6.18. As an interchange has been made, going onto the ground, number 21 for Eastern Suburbs, I think it is. He's not listed in the book, so I can't name him, coming off as black. Right. Bad play there by Eastern Suburbs. A free kick given to Anakie Lara, and Eastern Suburbs kept going and kicked the ball further down the ground, and a 50-metre penalty takes him, Anakie, right up to within kicking distance, about 15 metres out directly in front. Right, this is to be a free kick and shot for goal to be taken by young Matt Truan. Getting a little bit of advice there from an Eastern Suburbs player in the agency, and Mick O'Leary. I think he wants to have a look at the scoreboard. What do you think, Paul?
Some of the players are instructing their colleagues there to have a look at the scoreboard. And
right, another
50 something.
Frustration creeping in here to the Eastern Suburbs side at the moment. They're down, but I think they've played quite well. They've made a grand final here this afternoon. I don't think they can be too disappointed. I know it's disappointing to lose, but I think you've got to go down fighting. Truan comes in, puts his boot to the ball and brings up his third goal for the afternoon. And Anakie Lara going right away at the moment at the 15.5-minute mark of the final quarter, the guest video production final quarter, where we have Anakie Lara on 10 goals 8.68, Eastern Suburbs on 2 goals 6.18. As we got a shot there of the Anakie Lara bench, be very jubilant in approximately 4.5 minutes time, I would say. Yes. We have another interchange here. Anakie Lara giving their players a run here this afternoon. Looks like coming on is Daryl Atkinson, and coming off is number 15 in Craig Robinson. Looks like Eastern Suburbs have had young Whitcomb sent off too.
Oh, right.
I see. No interchange. I'd say the umpires have... he must have said something he shouldn't have. Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre. Up they go. Rundle comes in. Thumpson tries to take the ball out the ruck. He couldn't. Good support there for him, though. They kick the ball down towards the half-forward line, but Anakie Lara desperately in defence. Get the ball out. Nice pick up on the run there, and a kick down towards the centre wing. Up high, and a nice mark taken by Big McLeod again. He's played a good game here this morning and this afternoon. Kick down forward. Truan waits for it to come off the pack. Oh, caught one high from Rundle, and will receive the free kick. Right, Truan now scrambles the kick down to the 50-metre line, but the ball there comes back where Rundle takes a mark. Runs around Truan, thumps the ball towards centre half forward, but no one home here. Yes, it eludes the players. Thumped forward by Eastern Suburbs by Jennings, where we see Anakie Lara coming through defence, trying to get this ball out. Picked up by Stone, who scrambles the kick down towards Graham. Graham off the half-back line, kicks the ball down towards the centre half forward, and young Truan has taken another mark right on the centre line square at centre half forward, Nelly. Right, Truan comes in, kicks the ball down towards the forward line. Players set themselves down there. Over the back of the pack it goes. Picked up here and shot for goal here by Jolly, is it, for Anakie Lara. Hits the post, and 1 point is the result. And we have Anakie Lara going on to 10 goals 9.69. Eastern Suburbs 2 goals 6.18. And that is at the 18-minute mark of the final quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Right, the kick in from fullback, straight down the ground towards centre half back, where it's swooped on here for Anakie Lara and kicked forward by the interchange player there in Atkinson. It goes out to the half forward line, players scrambling out there. Good defensive play here by Ingenberg, is it, for Eastern Suburbs. Bottles the ball up, and we'll have another ball up. Right, the bounce of the ball up. The players go. Rundle still in there trying for Eastern Suburbs. He gets the tap out. It goes down, but coming through there is Anakie Lara. Good play. Ingenberg again in defence, but it comes out to McLeod. Kicks the ball from the boundary line, screws it back around, but only 1 point is the result. And Anakie Lara go to 10 goals 10.70. Eastern Suburbs 2 goals 6.18. I hope you have been watching, Paul. We've got to pick out a Best player this afternoon for the guest video production team. Right, the kick in from fullback, but McLeod again has taken another nice mark just inside the 50-metre line.
Yes, it would have to be a Lara Anakie player, wouldn't it?
I think that would be quite on the cards. McLeod now comes in, kicks the ball, but it screws right out towards the far side pocket. Coming through Ingenberg again for Eastern Suburbs, but dragged. I think he might have been grabbed too high, was he? And he'll take a resulting free kick. He's played a good game in defence for the Eastern Suburbs side here this afternoon. At times a lone hand too. Right, we've been travelling just on 19.5 minutes into this final quarter of the Under-17 Division 2 Grand Final here this afternoon between Anakie, Lara and Eastern Suburbs, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Right, Ingenberg now kicks the ball, finds his teammate down there in Rundle, who was marked right on the 50-metre line, and comes in now, kicks the ball down towards the wing. A nice kick too by Rundle, sees the ball go down towards the wing, and there's the siren to end this grand final here this afternoon. The Under-17 Division 2 Grand Final. It's a happy Anakie Lara camp here this afternoon, where Anakie Lara 10 goals 10-70, victors over Eastern Suburbs 2 goals 6-18, and that was brought to you by Guest Video Productions here this morning and this afternoon. Congratulations to the Anakie Lara Football Club. Commiserations to the Eastern Suburbs Under-17 boys. They tried hard, but unfortunately were not good enough. We'll take a short break and then come back with a roundup of this game here this afternoon and the best players for guest video and the Reece Plumbing Award. We're all here at the conclusion of this Under-17 game. We'll give you the goal kickers first. For the victors, Anakie Lara, we had Matt Truan kicking 3, Brendan Jolly kicking 3, Adrian Downs kicking 1, Daniel Reece kicking 1, and Kane McLeod kicking 2. For Eastern Suburbs, we had the big fella at full forward who unfortunately injured himself in the first quarter and struggled for the remainder of the game in Craig Stevenson kicking 2. And they were the only 2 goals for the Eastern Suburbs side. Looking at the best players here this afternoon, we'll do the Eastern Suburbs side first. I thought Rundle tried hard. He either in defence, in attack or on the ball. I thought he did quite well for him. Brett McCallum, number 3. Gary Whitmore, number 4 for the Eastern Suburbs, showed determination at times. Carl Ingenberg played well, and also Brant Ingenberg in defence was another contributor, and Big Jacobs in the ruck. For the victors, Anakie Lara, I thought Adrian Downs on a wing played well. Matt Truan played a good game, kicking 3 goals, so did Brendan Jolly. Kane McLeod, the big number 9, played a great game for them. Also Stuart Hazeldine in the ruck well all day. Jason Greaves on the half-back line for them, and number 10 Neil Graham gave him a lot of drive coming off the half-back line. And after a lot of deliberation here this afternoon, the Guest Video Production Reece Plumbing Award goes to number 2 of the Anakie Lara side in Matt Truan, who will receive a nice embossed mug on behalf of Reece Plumbing and the Guest Video Production team, as we see the Anakie Lara side lining up there to receive their trophy from the president of the league and other officials over there. And we will conclude this summary and commentary of this game here today, congratulating the Anakie Lara side, and commiserations, as I say, to the Eastern Suburbs side, and thanking you on behalf of Guest Video Productions here this afternoon. P.O. Box